Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I am the Gentleman and welcome to another episode of the Gentleman's Pixel Club. If you enjoy our content, please consider subscribing on YouTube if you haven't already, and you can follow us on Twitter and TikTok with the handles that you can see on the screen. Every platform we have slightly different content to support this YouTube channel. Today we are going to be playing on the MiSTer FPGA, recreating the Neo Geo system, a game called Cyberlip. These games on the Neo Geo interest me a little bit because I don't think they all made it over to the West, and you have a strange mix. Look at this screen. This game is only for use in Japan only, and this is where I get slightly confused with these particular games, and we'll go into that in just a moment time because it clearly said for Japan only here. We've put a credit in and we're firing up the guy. So this is our hero. We can see the A button fires, the B button jumps, the C button changes weapon, and the D button does nothing because they don't show this. So this is where I get confused. You have Japan region only games, yet they're talking in English, and you have predominantly a lot of the language in English, yet you get Japanese subtitles, and you see this on a lot of arcade games. I've never really understood why that's that way. If it was for Japanese region only, surely it should be in Japan only. Initial impressions of this game. It reminds me of a very old Super Nintendo game and very old Mega Drive game called Robocop vs Terminator. This is clearly set in a Neo Geo version of the Terminator universe. You know, look at the pretty way that the Terminators die, and I'm going to call them Terminators because they are Terminators, because they're people with skins on that die. Look at the pretty ways they die, and they fall to their death and they explode, and some of the animations they've got. It really is cute. You know, you can watch that one doing aerobics even as it comes into the screen, and this really is a cutesy shoot 'em up Robocop Terminator type game. Although you're not the Robocop, you know, you are a man that's heavily armed. I like the way when you die as well, you get this little ship that you can fly in to give you a slight advantage to hopefully blast away what was near you before. Enemies coming in thick and fast. You saw one come along the top of the screen there. They come from the left and the right. And playing this game, you are restricted in how you can control your man. You don't seem to be able to fire diagonally. You can fire up, down, left and right, and that's about it. So often you've got to get underneath the enemies that you want to shoot and obviously lined up with them to do the shot that you need where they can shoot diagonally. There is a point in this that you will notice as we go on where they're in windows, and even here they're shooting diagonally for you. Those ones in the suits that were flying around, they're in windows pointing diagonally down at you, yet you can't get them normally. This is a mid-stage boss that appeared, and when it first appeared I was shooting it, trying to blow it up. I was thinking too much metal slug in my mind, but it's not the helicopter that I've got to blow up, it's the enemies that are inside it. So they will keep on appearing until I've shot enough of those. Not particularly hard to defeat, and it goes away quite easily. It has remnants of Metal Slug here in terms of it's a side-scrolling game. It's a very pretty game to look at. These guys shooting down at the windows, although that's distinctly unfair, it does remind me very much of Robocop. Robocop was a game by Data East, and on one of the early levels of this, in fact the street level, you had the bad guys shooting you down on the windows. There seems to be an in item up there, you know, I haven't got to that, so you know, don't know what's there, and I died, and it looks like I automatically went into that in window for some reason. I just don't quite understand what happened here. But that aside, I've reloaded and I'm in my little flying ship that appeared, and that's where there was a slight pause for me in terms of what I was playing. I didn't know how I got in there, but it was probably because I died and I restarted at that point. But hey ho, we are where we are, and we're now facing some kind of giant red jumping robot. These Neo Geo games, some of them are not particularly long. I remember playing Metal Slug and being a little bit disappointed overall on how long that game was. So this game, I'm not sure how long it is, but what we're going to do is this end boss here for the end of level 1. We're going to blast away as much as possible and even use additional credits to get past him and see how far we can get into the next level. So I've died now, he's stuck his tongue out at me. We're going to use our little flying ship to blast away him, and we can see everything flashing white, so we know we're doing some good solid hits there. Having restarted or died, you know, I don't believe I've got all the weapons that I had available to me, so it's just going to be a case of shoot, try not to get killed like I've done there, and repeat till he dies. Yeah, these games are they're fun to play. You know, I'm not sure at putting real money in this particular game how much fun I would have, but playing it on the home is good. And you know, once we've got past this guy, you know, we won't play much more than that. You know, we'll see how far we get on the next level, because my aim on this channel is to not spoil games for you, but you know, I want you to see games that you may not have seen normally. It's not all about the classic games in terms of the ones we're used to. It's about, you know, the curiosities. And this is curious. How did his escape ship end up on the other side of the bad guy that he clearly landed in? And we're back to the gentleman here speaking in English, but the subtitles in Japanese. It really does tickle me. Why is it not all Japanese or all English? You know, it's just a strange mismatch. If anybody knows, leave a comment in the comments below. So back on level 2, or the first time on level 2 at least on this playthrough that you're seeing, and we're ready and we're going. So I'm just going to blast away, get as far into this as I can, and I seem to have more weapons available to me. You know, I've used a bazooka to kill 2 of those aliens, and these turrets are worrying me because I can't shoot up and diagonally. I'm going to have to try and get under them and shoot like directly upwards and kill them that way. But the game has had other ideas. It now tells me it wants me to input my initials, so I've got myself a high score. And you know what, we're going to leave it at that, because it was just to show you Cyberlip, show you what it was all about. And if you like what you see here, you know, fire up this game, have a look, you know, play one of the games that you don't normally get to play, and have a little bit of fun. So I'm the Gentleman, this is the Gentleman's Pixel Club, this has been Cyberlip, very much like Robocop vs Terminator, and this is game over. Goodbye.
Would you like to play again?
Hello there, just a quick word from me. If you're subscribed to this channel, thank you very much. Honestly, it means the world to me and the world to Harun that I'm holding. Harun would like all of you to be subscribers to this channel. And if you are this far through the video and you haven't subscribed, but you feel that I have earned your subscription through the content that you've seen so far, please consider subscribing. It makes me happy, it makes Harun happy. And when Harun's happy, everybody's happy. Thank you very much. Stay safe and take care. Goodbye.